Hey, we got some great sponsors for this. Today's episode. My sponsor's an old sponsor, been here before, and they're coming back, but they're coming back in an old way. Everybody knows wet breads.
Oh, delicious wet breads.
Delicious. Well, wet breads, they're having a special. They're going back to basics. Everything's changing. They're going back to the way it was before.
Wait a minute, Jackie.
Huh?
Are you talking about the same wet breads that took wet bread to heretofore unknown levels of wet breadedness?
Well, they took down the tank. They disassembled that out front.
Are you talking about the tank? People could get in and they just spray the sandwich in there and you swim around like a fish.
Get as much bread as you want in your mouth.
Now, is that because of what happened to that kid?
It doesn't say anything about what that kid on here, so we ain't getting into that. Our sponsors, what they said here is get back to basics, going back to the old ways when bread was wet, and that's all that matters.
Oh, I see. So it's if you want bread that's wet,
yes, sir,
you want to go to wet bread.
That's where you want to go.
But none of the fancy, no tanks, no bags, no special containers.
No feed bags on your mouth, nothing like that.
No hose,
nope.
No wet bread hose, just spraying it on meat.
Just you put your money down, you're going to get you back a tray, and you're going to have some bread on it, and I will tell you this, that bread is going to be wet.
Now, it's not. There was a time when the bread, and they were kind of transitioning from just kind of wet bread to like, how did this bread get so wet? Almost kind of this mush or this paste or this. But they're not going that far. They're just saying this is
taking
good,
it back the
old-fashioned.
way it started. What got you at wet breads? What was the first thing that made you walk through those doors and go back again and again?
Well, I remember my friend Paulie was saying, "Hey, you try that wet bread?
Yeah.
Wet bread? I want wet bread."
That's what you think. That's what your head tells you when
He
you
said,
first hear that. Yeah,
You crazy, man. You got to get you some of this. So I went in there, and that bread, it was just so moist.
delicious.
Just dewy.
And don't forget they deliver too, because that's the first time I ever had it. Somebody brought something over, a big bag. It was just dripping. It's a brown paper bag, just water running out. It looked like somebody left it in the rain, picked it up out.
Just sopping wet.
Just sopping wet. And he said, "Oh, you gonna eat some of this wet bread, Jackie?" And I said, "What the hell? I ain't eating nothing in that." I mean, you look at something like that, you know what your mind, if you're in your right mind, says no, sir. Well, I tell you what, he pulled out some of that wet bread. I took a bite, and I've been eating wet bread ever since. Delicious.
Just ringing wet.
Ringing wet, yeah.
Delicious wet bread. Now, if they're going back, so they're going back to the way you could get it. You could get damp. You could get wet.
Yeah.
And you could get sodden. Are they
Yeah.
still doing that?
I think you still got the three levels, customers' preference
well,
there.
that's like a trip back in time. I can't wait to get my mouth around some of that soaking wet bread.
Used to be you get your wet fries with it, and they ain't going to have that no more.
Oh, no wet fries?
No wet fries, just wet bread, just wet. Because wet fries, after you already get something soggy and good like that, it don't stack up. Wet fries all right, but it don't take near as good as wet bread does.
Wet bread takes away a little bit from the wet bread.
I think that's what it does. So it's back to the basics with old wet bread. Nothing but bread, nothing but moisture, nothing but wet bread.
Well, that sounds delicious.
Yes,
I can't
sir.
wait to get some of that good old-fashioned wet bread.
Yes,
so it's
sir,
like
yeah.
wet bread classic is what they could
That's
do.
that's what it is. Back to basics.
Call it.
Wet bread special.
They
Get
got
down
too
there.
far
yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Well, Jackie, I got a good sponsor, and it sort of correlates with all these good restaurants we're always on here talking about.
Yeah,
all these good Southern food you can get down there in Murfreesboro. Jackie, did you know that the average weight of a person here in the South is 450 pounds?
What?
It's true. That's why our good friends at Get Under 4 Weight Loss Centers is running a spring special. I mean, it's August. They're a little late on it, but go in there ask for the spring special, and you get a half price on their weight loss program. And you know the good folks at Get Under 4 Weight Loss Center, they will get you down to a healthy 400 pounds.
What, is just a 400 pounds? They just don't lose any more than that?
Well, I mean, you can get once you reach 400, you'd have to go to Get Under 3.
Oh, I see. It's real specific. I see.
Yeah, it's definitely specific.
This
Well,
for people. I see, yeah.
A 300-pound woman and a 400-pound woman are not remotely the same creature. Their body chemistry, what's going on inside, what's bubbling around in there, what's breaking.
Two different things, yeah.
Two completely different things.
You treat that differently, yeah.
So they might do 395 at Get Under 4, but it's a different program. And
So-
they're running their at Get Under 3. I mean, they're not a sponsor, but I've got the literature here. They're actually running their Autumn 2012 special right now, so you can go over there and get in on that.
Yeah, but this is for Get Under 4.
This is for Get Under 4. Half price, spring discount, Get Under 4 Weight Loss Center.
Right.
Because we need a healthier South.
Well,
When the race war comes, everybody needs to be
they need to be fit. They
tip-top
need to have,
shape.
yeah.
And I'm not picking sides. White people, black people, either side.
Either side. Most
You
of it,
got
I
to
don't
get healthy.
know.
But you don't want to go into a race war out of breath.
No.
And we say race war, it may not be automatically white or black. I mean,
It could be Mexican and Korean.
so if you're fat, it doesn't matter what nationality you are. You need to get down to Get Under 4. Because there is always another race.
It
gunning
don't
for
matter
you.
what color you are. It don't matter where you come from. Somebody sees you, all they gonna think is fat, just big. They're not gonna think big this
They
and big
think
that one.
easy target.
Well, yeah.
So I hope the good folks at Get Under 4 Weight Loss Centers don't mind us bringing race into this. But you know, Obama.
Yeah.
Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Shacky Bros.
I'm Dunlap. Welcome to this week's Red State Update podcast.
Yeah.
Jackie, you feeling good?
I feel all right, yeah.
You do-
I felt better, I felt worse, but I'm all right. That's
When have you felt better?
When you get to be my age, you just happen to be all right.
When have you felt worse?
I don't keep a list of when I feel bad. I don't know.
When people say that, old people say that, I felt better, I felt worse. Do they know? Are they thinking of specific times? I'm just trying to get
some people
inside.
been through some things. That's that. I've been lucky, I have to say.
I mean, like if somebody's family burned up in a house fire or something, and they go, "Well, I've been better, I've been worse." That's what they're thinking. They're
That's
thinking of
probably
the
where
literally
it goes to. That's where,
the worst thing that ever happened to them.
Well, a house fire, that's something awful. Yeah.
I wouldn't want to go through it.
Well, I hadn't been fortunate enough not to go through it myself.
I said a few.
All
They
right.
put them out. You smell people like smoke is easy to smell. When you try and set somebody's house on fire, they are aware of it
Well,
pretty
yeah.
quickly.
Yes,
You got to
yeah.
use some high quality, like gas.
All right. It ain't no reason to burn nobody's house down. Don't need to be getting into that.
Yeah, I mean you wasn't there. You
I wouldn't be anywhere where somebody's trying to burn somebody's house down. Hell.
You didn't say you look they give me at Jim and
All
Jim's too.
right. Got more sense than that. At least I'd hope you did.
It was really more just to scare them.
Yeah.
Smell that smoke. Once they smell that smoke, that's what you're looking for. That's the feeling of joy.
Well, if you're just trying to burn the house down, not burn them up in it, yeah, they smell it get running out.
say them come out in their drawers, just scared, got the cordless phone calling them. 911. Oh man, it's hilarious.
Well, ain't too funny for whoever you doing that to.
No, it ain't.
Nope.
No, they ain't enjoying it.
Not
that
at all,
would probably
no.
be. I've been better, I've been worse. That's probably what they think of when Dunlap tried to burn my house down.
All right.
That was the worst. Better? I don't know. Maybe getting drunk every night in Jim and Jim's too is all they think of. Lyle. I don't want to incriminate myself.
Got
on
no
here.
business saying this sort
Let
of
me
stuff
just
on
say,
here.
allegedly, if I had tried to burn down Lyle's house,
Go on, keep talking. Just do it.
but I would never do that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of fire. I don't even like to be around one of them old-timey stoves where they make you biscuits.
Yeah, you got to know what you... It's hot, hurts you. You got to know what you're doing around and stuff like that. You don't know.
Got to take care in the kitchen.
Yeah.
All right, Jackie, so let's move on here to, let's see, I wrote down here on this, tore up page out of the Chattanooga Times Free Press, and I wrote down our notes on it. Speaking of Chattanooga Times Free Press, our old buddy, friend of Red State Update, Drew Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
Made some news this week.
Oh, yeah, Chattanooga, yeah.
Now, Drew Johnson, if y'all have been paying attention to us for a few years, Jackie once did a painting of Fred Thompson.
I was going to give it to Fred Thompson. That's what I want to do with it, yeah.
And we had to auction it off.
He wouldn't take it.
He would not take it, and we give him money to whoever he said give it to, which I don't remember.
Boys and Girls Club. Fred Thompson wanted us to give the money to Boys and Girls Club. I remember what it was, yeah.
So we gave him $1,200 this thing got up to on eBay. $1,200. And Drew Johnson, who is up until recently was working as an editorial page editor for Chattanooga Times Free Press, he bought that painting.
Yeah.
Now he's out of a job. So, Drew, if you're having hard times financially, we will buy that painting back from you for 5 cents on the dollar.
Yeah.
So, about $60.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's the least we could do to help out somebody who supported us back in. Drew got in trouble because President Obama come down here, Jackie. You know he was just in Chattanooga.
I know you got to
What
tell
did he
me.
come to Chattanooga for?
I don't know. Just to,
Gloat.
yeah. Look at me. Look at me. Yeah.
And Drew Johnson wrote an editorial for the Chattanooga Times Free Press that said, Obama, take your jobs plan and shove it.
Well, yeah.
Old Johnny Paycheck.
Yep. They didn't take
Rest
kindly
in
to it.
peace. I guess they are music haters. They did not like it. And Drew Johnson said that Chattanooga Times Free Press says that they fired him because you can't just change. He changed the headline at the last minute. And Drew Johnson says he didn't. They change headlines all the time. Who cares?
Well, that's the nature of the business. You know, I saw that movie, The Paper, on Batman, Robert Duvall.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that right to the last minute.
Come
They're
down,
getting a fight,
change it.
Getting a fight over it, fighting in them.
I bet that's what happened.
Yeah. He
Drew
was
probably
sitting there,
clocked
yeah.
somebody. Stop the presses.
Yeah.
I have a Johnny Paycheck reference I want to work in here.
Well, that's how it works. That's how newspaper business is crazy. I wouldn't be in it myself.
No.
Well, there ain't no reason nowadays.
Nah, where would you even find one?
I don't know.
What is the Chattanooga Times? Do they actually publish newspapers, or is it just like a few people in a room putting up a website?
Now, those things they give out for free in Kroger, I don't know.
You think that's like mostly it's like the front page is just pictures of classic cars
It might be, yeah.
for sale?
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, if you got anywhere down there around the Chattanooga area, Chattanooga Times had different comics.
Oh, they didn't have the same funny.
No, I don't know what it was, if it was some kind of weird union rule or something, but
I'd read it if it long as it didn't have Apartment 3G in it.
Well, they had it was supposed to be, it was obviously a direct Apartment 3G ripoff.
Well,
But
if
it was
a ripoff made sense, I'd read it for Apartment 3G to get me wound up. They finally quit running it, and that's the best. You talk about being better or worse. That's a better day right there. Because it's right there in front of you. You're going to look at it.
What? Yeah, if it makes you so mad.
Well, this one maybe will make sense. Maybe now. It was
just
this one that, the one that come out today is the one that's going to make it all.
You were impatient with the storyline, or you couldn't
I don't
follow
know
it?
what kind of store it was. I'd just make me mad as hell. Apartment 3G always. I don't know.
What, is it just you didn't like the characters or the way they were
I
drawn?
couldn't tell you one character. There's people just thinking, look around court. I don't know what it is.
So just their presence bothers you. They were looking around corners like
They sitting in a room doing something. I don't understand what Apartment 3G is. It don't make no damn sense to me. If anybody knows, you get on here and let me know.
Precursor to Sex in the City, Jackie.
Well, I didn't like that either.
Well, you wouldn't have minded the Chattanooga Times comics page back in because they had Apartment 2F.
Now, what was that like?
Well, it looked pretty much like Apartment 3G. It looked like somebody had traced the drawings from Apartment 3G, but just put all the women in, like, skimpier clothing.
What?
Nothing racy, but it was just like they sexed it up a little bit.
What the hell?
And then the dialogue is like they whited out the dialogue, and it was just like riddles, like from Bazooka Joe.
What?
Yeah.
I don't sound like I'd like that any more than the other one. I don't know anything.
You might like it a little bit.
Everything a little bit better than Apartment 3G, but yeah.
It was good. They were all like that. I don't know why, if they were just trying to get around paying like licensing fees. Like they didn't have Ziggy, but they had Zoogie.
I like Ziggy. A little hippie getting rained on always makes me laugh every time.
Well, Zoogie was a lot like Ziggy, except they colored him like they did the little zip tone, and so they made him like African American.
Yeah.
And they changed his dialogue to like a riddle from Laffy Taffy. I mean,
Wow.
pretty much all the dialogue was whited out, and it was just like joke book jokes. Like it didn't matter what the comic strip was. It could have been Snoopy. Could have been Dennis the Menace. Ripley's Believe It or Not. It was all just like knock knock. And then if there were women in it, it was like they did. It wasn't dirty, although nipple you could see like a little.
Right, I ain't gonna listen to that. The cartoon don't need to have women in the underwear. No, I don't care what it is. Like any kid can look
like
at that.
Blondie, which was called Bloondy.
What?
They just kind of sexed her up a little bit, like bare arms and kind of like
It sound like Chattanooga News
thong.
got enough trouble without our buddy getting in it.
Yeah, I mean, no offense, Drew, but you should have known what you were getting into.
Yeah.
Bloondy. I mean, come on. That doesn't even make fucking sense.
Hey, watch your mouth.
So that happened. Obama come to Chattanooga and got our friend Drew Johnson fired when he told him to shove his policies.
Thanks for that. Yep.
So I guess we need to do this week's Zimmerman watch.
Old George Zimmerman, yeah.
Do we have a theme song for that?
I didn't know we did.
Do we have a theme? I don't know who I'm asking. I guess I thought maybe somebody.
I ain't got no theme song. Maybe next week it's up. I ain't got it there.
What would it be? Just like, where's he going?
Who's it shooting?
Zimmerman watch tonight.
Well, there you go. We got one now.
All right, that wasn't it. That was pretty easy.
He showed up in Texas. They pulled him over for speeding.
Had a gun on him.
Well, yeah.
I mean, of course.
Well, yeah.
That's not the surprising part. How did it say how fast he was going?
I don't know. I just read it somewhere. He by himself riding around, Texas.
What's he doing in Texas?
They just, roaming the earth. I don't know.
Is he looking? Zimmerman has really set this up pretty well. Because now, if he gets attacked by a black person and he shoots that black person, I mean, that's a believable story.
That's right. Now, the first one wasn't. I mean, I always thought, he just got in a fight with a teenager and he lost, so he killed him. But now this, from here on out, yeah.
He can shoot, basically, there's no witnesses. He can shoot a black person and say the black person attacked him. And that's a fairly believable story.
He's standing ground now.
Zimmerman.
So, I mean, he could probably just run around. I mean, Lord,
you think that's
don't
what
give him
doing?
no ideas. I hope that's not what he's doing. I don't nobody else need to get shot, but if he wanted to do it, I mean, it depends on where he's going. I mean,
is he just like the Hulk, just wandering the back roads with a knapsack full of guns? Like, you wouldn't like me when I'm angry and defending myself, and you're black and unarmed.
Yeah. I wouldn't watch that show.
Defending myself was in quotes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, that would be a really boring show.
I wouldn't. I'd get bored watching that. I like Hulk better.
Or a really awful show. It'd be mostly boring and then just horrible.
Yeah.
For everyone watching.
But he may, for all you know, if you got to, I wouldn't think. I tell you this, this thing we got George Zimmerman, where's he at, all that stuff, it's been more than I ever would have imagined after the trial.
Right, we thought he was going to be hiding out somewhere.
That's 2 times he'd see him helping people. He is kind of the Hulk.
So he's driving around, helping people.
Pulled him out of the car, and then
But then
police,
they're afraid of him.
Well,
just like a Hulk.
Well, yeah. It's just like a Hulk. You wouldn't, if a Hulk pulls you out of a car, burning car, and somebody said,
"You want to go to a press conference with the
hell,
Hulk?"
I thank you for pulling me out of the car, but I'm scared as hell of that monster.
It is a lot like a Hulk.
A little bit.
Hulk helped people occasionally, but I mean, he also smashed a lot. At the TV show, I don't remember what. I just kind of remember him growling and like flexing.
Yeah, that's all he did, and he tear a car door off, and you get out, whatever.
A lot of Hulk come through town, body shop. It was like a hailstorm, like a really heavy, like golf ball sized hailstorm.
What the hell happened here? Yeah.
So all the body shops got a lot of work.
That's a 10th car come in like this today.
A Hulk on TV was really just hated car doors.
Most I remember him running. He'd do something and then run away. He'd always just go running out in the woods, down the street, wherever.
He'd jump a lot, too.
Yeah, he'd jump, yeah.
That's pretty good. I remember in the Chattanooga Times comics page, they didn't have the Hulk. They had... It was a Spider-Man cartoon.
Wow.
The comic strip, the Spider-Man comic strip they run for a long time. It was called The Hulk, but it was just Spider-Man. But Mary Jane, they would just draw her in like a man's Oxford, but unbuttoned down to her navel.
All right, I don't want to hear about cartoons with no clothes on. I don't want to keep hearing this. I'm in Chattanooga. I'm glad. Another reason not to go there.
It's crazy. Well, they got that aquarium.
I'm glad he got fired. I wouldn't want to work for that newspaper, putting that stuff in there for children.
Well, this was a long time ago.
Well,
I doubt they even have a comics page now. I mean,
yeah. We'll keep our eyes out. George Zimmerman.
Zimmerman watch. Where will he turn up next
We can lay
time?
bet. I'll lay a nickel bet with you where he's going to show up next.
Where do you think he'll be?
At the grocery store.
Well, it's not. I thought you.
He got to eat.
I know he's got to eat. I thought you were going to name a specific town or state.
No, next time he going to show up, if he likely show up, I think he going to be somebody going to get a picture of him, pushing a cart, getting a bunch of food.
We may not have a cart if he's living on the road. He may have to travel light. He may just have a basket.
Oh, he got a lot of food.
To keep it in his trunk.
Yeah. That's why I'm putting my nickel down, put it down on the table right now.
All right.
Grocery store. What you say then? What?
Stall in a public restroom. Just hunkered down on there for a while. You got to eat.
I got to put that image in anybody. Just say bathroom. You ain't got to say hunkered down all this. I don't want to see him think about that. Nobody does. Just say it in a bathroom.
All right, in a bathroom, but not at the urinal, like crouching over a rest stop toilet.
All right, enough.
You think we do good work for a newspaper writing these kinds of editorial?
Hell, I don't know.
Take your job's plan and shove it, Mr. President. Here's where Zimmerman will turn up next. Right for BuzzFeed.
People would want to read that, yeah. If we would write that, everybody would be reading it because they want to see whether you're right or wrong.
See, nobody.
It don't matter whether you're wrong. You just go on there and, tell them why you wrong. Why you were wrong this time. That's what half of them did when Obama.
It doesn't
won
matter.
Second
right.
term.
Being
It don't
right
matter anymore.
Wrong
what you
doesn't
say.
Enter into it.
I think we work just fine in the news these days. I say George Zimmerman going to show up, whatever, and he don't. Just say, well, here's why it's wrong, but here's where it's going to be next week. That's the news right there.
What happened to that guy on Fox? Did he ever get his job back? Carl Rove wound up back on Fox, right? But
yeah.
Oh, what's his
old
name?
Dick Morris.
Yeah.
All right,
Did he?
He was supposed to go on. Someone said he's going to go on CNN, but I think they got tired of him too.
Speaking of hunkered down on a toilet.
All right, enough. I ain't going to listen to that.
If we wrote for BuzzFeed, it'd be like 10 toilets you can expect to see George Zimmerman hunkered over.
All right.
From the 90s.
I said we could do that job. I sure as hell don't want to.
Nope, our job is podcasting.
Well, yeah, I ain't seen no money for it. But
Oh, speaking of toilets.
I know.
Chris Christie versus Ron Paul Jr.
Oh, yeah, old Ron Paul Jr. and
Chris
him
Christie.
fussing. Yeah.
Mad.
Mad at each other, this, that. As some people say, that's bad for the party. It don't need to be fighting amongst themselves, this, that. Republican Party don't look good. But, at least somebody's paying attention to something, and I don't say it's that bad.
At least they're jazzing things up, getting ready for 2016, which is going to be a great
Everybody
election.
likes to see a fight like that,
Like what? What do you mean,
Just fight like, Ron Paul Jr. and Chris Christie, that kind of fight.
Oh, because he's like a big fat guy.
Big
and
fat
a little
guy,
fella.
little guy, little man, fat man. That's always been.
That is
always
funny.
been. Everybody likes that. Old
Laurel
Laurel
and
Hardy.
Hardy.
Yeah. Abbott Costello, all of them.
Bert and Ernie.
And one of them, I can't tell when a Muppet's fat. They look the
I
same
guess
to me.
I thought Ernie was supposed to be kind of fat, but maybe not. In
I don't think
comparison.
he's fat in comparison to the rest of them. All the monsters the same to me. I mean, unless it's like a man in a suit, like a bird, the big one. Everybody knows he's bigger than the rest of them, but the rest of them all look the same size. But yeah, everybody like, little man fight with a fat one. It's pretty good, yeah.
I hope our president and vice president, they just bicker and fuss the whole
That'd
time.
be better what we got now. That'd be the funniest thing ever. Yeah, I'd love it. I'd love every minute of that. Somebody needs to make that movie one way or the other with them or somebody else. Laurel Hardy never was president, vice president, anything like that.
Oh, that would
Abbott
be good.
Costello, I don't.
President Laurel and President Hardy?
Well, vice president.
Hardy.
You can't have two presidents.
Who would be president? Hardy would be president.
Yeah. Fat
Laurel.
one be.
Fat one's always got to be in charge so he can go, woo.
Yeah. That's what old Chris Christie is doing.
He's saying. Rand Paul Jr. called him king of the bacon.
Well, yeah.
That's a fat joke, right?
Yeah.
Even though Chris Christie did say bacon first, but I imagine he always does.
Well, you turn that around and get right back at him because he's big like that. Yeah. I
So-
mean, that's what's funny about little one, fat one.
Fat one always eating.
Yeah.
Little one trying to take a sandwich away.
Yeah. Well,
Have you seen any Laurel and Hardy movies, actually?
It's been a long time. Ain't
Right.
nobody show them anymore,
Right,
but they
right.
used to fall down. But
Yeah,
the fat one
nobody's
always.
gonna show that.
Yeah.
Hard to find those things now.
Yeah, nobody.
But
gonna look
Burt
at that.
Reynolds, Dom DeLuise. Burt Reynolds slapped the shit out of Dom DeLuise.
That's right. Yeah.
And that Burt Reynolds skinny one in charge. So
Yeah.
you can play with the formula.
You could do. Yeah, they turned. That's what made Burt Reynolds.
Flip it.
Yeah, they flipped it. They did something different, unique, no one ever seen before. Years and years, the same thing. And then come along Burt Reynolds and Dom DeLuise, like you'd never seen it before. Best it's ever been, as far as I'm concerned. They did something original, unique.
Yep. Captain Chaos.
Yeah. he hated it. Slap him.
So they're laying down the groundwork for a more traditional big government, NSA-loving Republican Party versus crazy conspiracy theory Ron Paul Jr. Republican Party, Libertarian Republican Party.
Yeah.
Now, how's this going to work its way? How's this going to work out? Who's going to win? And then all the other yahoos going to
When has the Libertarians ever won? Name one time.
Never. Never, Jackie, never. But this could be it.
It's Ron Paul Jr. What makes you think Ron Paul Jr. going to do better than Ron Paul? Anybody think that's going, when he run for president, that's going to make a damn bit of difference?
Does the junior ever do better than the daddy? Oh, W. Bush.
W. Bush. Well, he's another exception, just like Burt Reynolds, Dom DeLuise. He's accepting the rule, as,
He is.
Mitt Romney. He didn't do
No,
no
he did not do any better than
nothing.
his daddy.
And I don't
There's
think
like
he did anything
two
messed
failures
up the way.
in a row.
Yeah.
Like, that family has to be just ashamed of their last name. At this
And they
point.
got enough money to deal with it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. You got enough money. Shame don't enter into it.
Shame don't have nothing to do with nothing when you got all that money.
But that's a good point, Jackie. George W. Bush is the Dom DeLuise and Burt Reynolds of the Republican Party. Just the way he just changed the script.
He changed the script. Here's how we do it now. Y'all used to this. Look at this. It blew everybody's mind. There's people's heads still reeling from it.
People can't get over it.
Nope.
That happened?
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah. The bright spot of this country, go from out of Clinton's, then into Obama's. Get that one little spot there in the middle. There ain't like nothing anybody's seen before. Nothing.
He showed us all.
He did.
And Chris Christie, he's saying NSA listening in on people. He's saying that's good. That fights terrorism. And Ron Paul Jr. is like, well, I don't know about that. Way he is.
Yeah.
I don't know whose side. It's hard to pick a side in this, because here's the thing: fat guy versus little guy. You don't pick sides.
You just enjoy it.
You enjoy the fight. The fight is the thing. So this really ain't about sides.
Anything ain't talking about matter at all, really.
Terrorism and erosion of freedom and things like that.
It's
probably hurricane victims probably matters a little bit to them.
Well, that matters, yeah, but ultimately,
I guess it does matter, but by them saying it, it matters a little bit less.
There you go. That's what I'm trying to say right there. Yeah, they ain't in a position to do anything about any of that stuff. They just running at the mouth, fussing at each other. Enjoy it.
Oh yeah,
it always been fat man, little one arguing, fussing. Always gonna be funny. Always.
This is gonna be a good 3 years.
Yeah, I hope so. Give us something to look at. Yeah.
Let me check out this page from Chattanooga Times. Oh wait, look here. They do have a cartoon on here. Boodle Booley.
Boodle Booley?
Yep. It's about what's he supposed to be? A Boy Scout? I mean, it's Beetle Bailey.
Well,
I don't know what they changed it to. But here's Miss Buxley, but they call her Miss Booksley. I swear to God, they ain't saying nipple on here. How do they get away?
Get that Chattanooga. That's the way it is,
got
Chattanooga.
my notes on it.
You keep your cartoon nipples in Chattanooga. I don't want to see them.
Chattanooga always a troublemaker.
Well,
when it comes to nipples. So, Russia, Jackie,
yeah.
and Snowden. I guess Russia is our enemy again. I can't keep up.
They always are enemy. When was they friends? Who said they was friends?
Well, remember, sometimes they'd pal around together. Clinton, didn't he? He was buddies.
They'd go over and this and that, but they always scheming.
Yeah,
W
always liked Russia. Oh, Pooty Poot, remember? And they were best friends. Except then sometimes we were enemies. I can't. It's hard to keep up with.
I say, once an enemy, always an enemy. Keep your eyes open.
Once an enemy, always an enemy. What about Japan?
God bless them. I like Japan just fine, but I don't put nothing past them. I don't know. I hope that's not the case. I hope I'm wrong, but I'll always remember. Especially somebody my age. They're nice people. I ain't saying, I'm just saying as a country, who knows what they're up to behind the scenes? Don't nobody know.
Jackie, in the comic books, Hawkeye started out as a villain, and then look at him now, the least interesting person in the Avengers movie.
I don't know what Hawkeye. That mask is all I know. Hawkeye. I don't know.
What about Korea? Oh wait.
Yeah, still bad. See. I'm just saying. I'm glad I don't want no Japanese people getting mad at me. I'm glad we're getting along. I'm glad everything's going good. I hope it continues this way. But I remember. That's all I'm saying.
Well, Russia just let Snowden go free. What did they do? Open the door to the airport and say, we're going to give you a 10-minute head start. And they let them start running, and they just sit down and start drinking.
Very much. If you was on the run, where would you go? Where would you? Russia. At least they gonna take care of him there.
So he's not. So they are. He's hanging out with Putin. You think? Like
I'm not saying I'm on the side of Russia or anything, but if you come to America and let's say Obama has to, he gonna go to jail, this or that, whatever. But I mean, just look at the two options here: Obama or Putin. Putin out there hunting, catching fish, killing bears. I mean, all sorts of stuff. That's who I'd rather be around than I can't think of any other. What other countries you gonna go to and hang out? You gonna go to France, hang out with whoever's in France?
So you're saying even though he's our enemy, or decades-long enemy, you like Putin better than Obama?
Well, hell yeah,
because he's an outdoorsman.
Well, yeah.
Like you and him could go to Bass Pro Shops and have a good afternoon.
If you keep the politics out of it, yes, sir.
And that makes you like him more than Obama.
I don't know.
Because he can bait a hook.
He's out there. You saw that big old fish he caught. He's always out there fishing, doing this and doing that. I'm just saying if I had to spend time with one or the other, I sure as hell don't want to spend time with Obama.
But Snowden doesn't seem like the kind of guy that Putin would like.
Well, maybe Putin can man him up a bit and he'll come back home and face what he needs to. All Snowden is one of them, what do you call hackers, whatever. Get on the computer, hack things. Sneakers, whatever it is. I ain't got no respect. I don't care what he did. People say he's a hero, this or that. He didn't do nothing but get on the computer.
You know that computer people ain't heroes. Jack Bauer is a hero, and the computer people are talking into a headset.
That's right. They help him out here and
Helpers,
there.
not heroes.
Computer person ain't no hero. Somebody sit at a damn computer, hit on buttons, ain't no damn hero. I don't care what the buttons they hitting. It don't matter what they're doing on the computer. You ain't no hero.
It's hard to say this day and age what a hero is.
I don't know what no hero is, but I sure as hell know it ain't no damn computer person.
Russia's in trouble, not with other Russians, just like normal people, because they're like anti-gay over there. They're passing all these anti-gay laws. Not just like you can't get married, but like it's cool to like torture them.
What?
I may be exaggerating a bit, but it doesn't seem to be that way. It seems like you like Roman gangs of thugs are beating up gay people. And they're passing like anti-gay laws, like you can't spread gay propaganda. And like, what's gay propaganda? Like, if Will and Grace went over there, they could probably be arrested. And they got these Olympics coming up.
Well, if all the gay people should be arrested, that Will and Grace on the bottom of that list, they ought not be arrested.
See,
they ain't ever done nothing to nobody.
That show really did change minds.
Well, I'm just saying.
And now all the athletes and a lot of people saying we shouldn't go over there and do the Olympics over there.
Well, hell, half the athletes, aren't they gay?
Well, they're saying, like, what if Russia just wanted to storm into the Olympic Village and arrest them? Now, Russia probably wouldn't do that, but, they're going to do some kind of if we go over there, there's some kind of protest, like the Black Power Fist, they're going to do some kind of something. I don't know. They got a few months to come up with something good and symbolic. Maybe Edward Snowden should start digging around in some computer files of his new buddies over there.
Well, here's an opportunity to be a hero, but he can't be on a computer. Like if he got into Russia somehow and he goes in the computer and changes all the gay things or whatever, I don't know how you do that on a computer. I just don't know how to do any of that stuff.
Change all the gay things? What are you talking about?
I don't know. Try to make things better. We tried to pass a bunch of anti-gay things, too, but none of them get passed over here.
But not like torturing
I ain't comparing. No, we don't torture nobody. I don't care if they're gay, whatever they are. You don't torture. Well, certain people. Sometimes when they blow stuff up,
allegedly or possibly or connected to it,
more
or we
than
can
likely
get information from it.
That's right.
Or we pick them up when we were picking up people who did do it, and we don't have anywhere to put them now. We might have to torture some people.
Yeah, in that case, yes, sir. And if you happen to be gay, sorry, that ain't got necessarily anything to do with
If
it.
you're a gay Al-Qaeda member, you probably got bigger problems than being in Guantanamo.
That's true.
I mean, you going home might be a bigger risk for you than just hanging out.
Well, it's no nar to take a look at
Those
himself.
are really not, either way, neither one of those is a good option
No.
for you, gay Al-Qaeda member.
Snowden needs to take a look at who he's buddying up with over there.
Well, what he should do is he should get on the computer, and you know how they do in movies, they just make everybody's TV and computer screen. What he should do is just start showing Will and Grace in Russia, dubbed in Russian.
Yeah, do like old Die Hard 4
Like, it's on every channel.
and just get in there. Then maybe somebody think you a hero over here. Still,
But-
though, I wouldn't. I mean, because it's on the computer. If he went out there and fell down in front of some gay person and took a bullet for him or something like that, that's a hero.
Yeah, hero. That is a
That's,
hero.
well, you know.
And speaking of gay people, Pope likes gay peoples now.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody's surprised about that.
What are you saying?
I just, we just coming in a time when everybody likes gay people.
Well, but Catholic Church historically has been pretty judgmental. on
Well,
gay
so
people.
has this country here, America, been pretty judgmental. They just
No,
changed
it's all
everything.
changing.
It's all changing. So Pope got to change too.
So you're not surprised that the Pope is changing. That says something right there. That Jackie Brawls, 120 years old,
Number one, let
in
me say,
Murfreesboro, Tennessee, is just saying, all right, there we go. Everybody loves gay people now except for Russia.
well, here, first off, let me say this. I really don't give a damn what the Pope says one way or the other. Don't make a damn to me.
Anti-Catholic.
Well, not anti-Catholic. Catholic just fine. I just Pope. I ain't Catholic. Pope can say whatever he wants to, and Catholic can do whatever they want, jump up and down, get mad, whatever.
So if
Pope don't make anybody dress up like that and say this or that. It's all crazy talk to me personally.
I thought this.
Gay, not gay, it don't make any difference. Whatever he says, it don't affect me too much any which way.
I don't know why you hate Catholics so
I
bad.
don't
thought-
hate that. They're welcome to listen to the Pope. They're welcome to listen to whatever. I didn't say that. I ain't got to listen to the Pope.
If Pope come in the store, your store here in Murfreesboro, would you be like, hey man, come on in?
I'd treat him like every other customer.
You'd make
If
him
he
wait in
start-
line?
Well, if he got, if he come on in, he would talk about how the weather is, this and that. He started telling me where my soul's doing this and that, and I said, you can keep that to yourself. You're welcome to think what you want. And yes, just like every other Catholic, I don't have to believe it. I don't need to hear none of that stuff.
God damn.
So gay people are happy that the Pope likes them. Good for them. Good for the Pope. Whatever else. But like I said, everybody likes gays. I don't know why the Pope any more special than everybody else. Everybody likes gays now. That's just what it is.
All right, well, Jackie hates Catholics but loves gays.
I don't hate Catholics
Hates
and I
Russia.
don't love gay. I say everybody.
But loves Putin.
I like Putin, all right.
Hates Chattanooga but loves Drew Johnson.
I don't like Chattanooga's comic books. Newspaper funny, whatever it is.
Oh, shit. Jackie, look at this.
What?
Look at the size of the nipples on Hugar.
All right, put that away. Good Lord. All right, we're done with this. I ain't doing this. Go on iTunes, rate and review, do whatever. We done. I ain't going to look at no more idiot filth coming out of Chattanooga, period.
Chattanooga, keep you filthy, nipple-laden comic strips to yourself.
All right. Just look out for George Zimmerman if you're out there.
You never know where he's going to turn up.
If you see him and you're in the grocery store, somebody get a picture, send it to me. I'm going to get me a nickel off this. Got a nickel bet going. So if you see old George Zimmerman, get you a picture. If he's in the other place, I wouldn't advise interrupting him in the bathroom to get a picture. I wouldn't advise interrupting George Zimmerman at all, anybody out there. So just make sure.
Let him eat.
Let him eat. Let him do. Make sure you're far, far away if you get a picture of him. That'd be fine. But don't go up by them. Don't say nothing to him or nothing like that. That's it, right? We done.
I showed you who are the Hoorables.
I don't want to see that. You might like looking at it. I don't care about that stuff. I don't.
I'll
want
be
to
honest. I'll be honest, Jackie. I am kind of enjoying it.
All right, fine. Rate, review, iTunes. Thanks for listening. What else? That it?
I think we're done.
All right.
Wait. You
What?
want to stretch this out a little longer?
I don't. What else?
Rate and review it on iTunes.
Yes.
We put them up on YouTube. You can listen to people listen to things on YouTube
That's
now.
supposed to help us somehow when you rate and review. I don't know how, but thank you kindly for doing it.
Rate and review. You can get it on iTunes. You can get you can listen to it on a computer. You can listen to it on YouTube. You can send it to your friends.
Yep.
Tell them how much you enjoy it and spread the word. Or if you don't enjoy it, say, listen to this shit. But then, we'll get another download off of it, so that's good.
That mind me thinking, tell people how much you pay for painting. What do we get, $1,200? $1,200. I don't expect that much, but if you want commission, I ain't painted in a long time. I ain't going to paint Snowden. Don't nobody ask me to paint him because he ain't no hero. Hero painting by Jackie Bros. I'll paint a hero. You tell me who it is, how much you want to give me for it, and I'll try to paint it up for you and get it to you. Shipping and handling, I ain't paying for that.
No, you'd have to decide if it's worth. Like if you say, I'll give you $10 to paint, Victor French.
Yeah, $10 ain't. I ain't gonna paint something for $10. I say right now before you go.
It's a waste of time.
I been spoiled. I know coming out the gate, first painting I ever sold $1,200. I don't expect that.
There's old masters of art that don't get $1,200.
That's true. Yeah, $50, $60, something like that, right?
Sure.
In this economy.
That's pretty good for something that looks like they did it at a school for the blind.
What? All right, enough. Jackie Hero painting if you want one.
Look like a rat. You spread paint all over a raccoon.
You ain't got to pay me nothing for it.
And just set it loose on a
all right
canvas and start spraying it with a hose.
All right, enough. I'm through. I'll talk to y'all next week sometime. When is it? When do we do this again?
Next week.
Next week. All right.